to Coachella Valley this week. I'm your host, Denise Neil, here to guide you to the desert's best events going on for the week of February 19th, 2011. On today's show, we'll also be checking with Mika Young, the good old desert naturalist himself, and a special CBTW in the kitchen with my good friend Gina Chappel. All here today on Coachella Valley this week. Today we're coming to you from one of the most spectacular places in the desert. It's the mystifying Salton Sea. The amazing Salton Sea is actually a lake and covers a surface area of 376 square miles, making it the largest lake in California. The Salton Sea is rich in history and there's plenty to do here, including birding, camping, and boating, and a visit to the restored North Shore Yacht Club is a must. For more information on the Salton Sea, visit www.saltonsea.ca.gov. Now let's see where I'll be guiding you this week. The popular Modernism Week runs through February 27th, celebrating mid-century architecture and style. For a list of scheduled events, go to modernismweek.com. The 65th Annual Riverside County Date Festival kicks off this weekend with old-fashioned family fair fun and plenty of dates. For more information, visit datefest.org. The Palm Springs Art Festival runs through February 20th, featuring art from over 175 artists and artisans. For more information, visit palmspringsfestival.com. That cocky culinary bad boy, Anthony Bourdain, will appear at the McCollum Theater on February 19th. For tickets, visit mccollumtheater.com. The fantastic Lionel Richie performs at the Fantasy Springs Resort Casino in Indio on February 19th. Get tickets at fantasyspringsresort.com. Catch the final performances of Always Patsy Cline at the Indio Performing Arts Center in Indio through February 20th. For ticket and showtime information, call 760-775-5200. Have a relaxing night out at the Wine and Music Series at the Gardens in El Paseo every Saturday through April. For more information, visit thegardensинelpaseo.com. Enjoy fabulous art at Art on the Umbrellas in Old Town La Quinta on February 19th. For more information, visit lqaf.com. Watch energetic polo matches every Sunday at the Empire Polo Club in Indio. For more information, call 760-393-7298. It's Last Call with Frankie Randall and Friends at the McCollum Theater in Palm Desert on February 20th. For tickets, go to mccollumtheater.com. Have fun with live jazz at Vicky's of Santa Fe in Indian Wells on February 20th with the Desert City's Jazz Band and special guest, the Cathedral City High School's Jazz Cats. www.vickysofsantafe.com. Tickle your funny bone with the Cracked Wall Comedy Theater at the Palm Springs Holiday Inn every Sunday through April. For more information, visit thecrackedwallcomedytheater.com. We'll be right back with more guides.
Hi, my name is Mickey Morrison, and I'm a hairdresser here at Salon 119 in Palm Springs. I specialize in precision hair cutting, foil weaving, and extensions, as well as hair creations for weddings or any special occasion. So if you're looking for a new style or you need help with your existing one, I would love to help you achieve your goal. Call 760-327-4800 for an appointment with me and start loving your hair today.
Mention that you saw this ad on Coachella Valley this week and receive 25% off any hair service with Mickey Morrison at Salon 119 in Palm Springs. We're back with more guides. Keyboard Conversations with Jeffrey Siegel performs at the McCollum Theater in Palm Desert on February 21st. Get tickets at mccollumtheater.com.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. February 21st is our very own Denise Neil's birthday.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Neil Berg's 100 Years of Broadway delights at the McCollum Theater in Palm Desert on February 22nd and 23rd. Get tickets at mccollumtheater.com. Pat Rizzo and All That Jazz will be tearing it up at Vicky's of Santa Fe in Indian Wells every Tuesday through May. Get more information at vickysofsantafe.com. The Frank Sinatra Starkey Hearing Foundation Celebrity Invitational tees off on February 24th through February 26th at the Fantasy Springs Resort Casino in Indio, benefiting the Barbara Sinatra's Children's Center. For more information, visit franksinatragolf.org. Elton John's Aida performs at the Palm Canyon Theater in Palm Springs February 25th through March 13th. Visit palmcanyontheater.org for showtimes and tickets. The McComb Theater in Palm Desert presents Michael Feinstein and Barbara Cook on February 25th. Get tickets at mccombtheater.com. View some hot steel candy at the Palm Springs Exotic Car Show and Auction February 25th through the 27th at the Spa Resort Casino in Palm Springs. For more information, visit classic-carauction.com. The classic band America performs at the Spotlight 29 Casino in Coachella on February 26th. Get tickets at spotlight29.com. You'll have a great time at the Living Desert's Brew at the Zoo on February 26th in Palm Desert with music, food, and of course, tasty brew. For more information, visit livingdesert.org. Jeff Dunham performs at the Agua Caliente Casino in Rancho Mirage on February 26th. Get tickets at hotwatercasino.com. The La Quinta Youth Fest on February 26th will be held at the La Quinta Park on Westward Ho and will have music, fun booths, and so much more, all dedicated to kids. For more information, visit laquinta.org. Patty Austin performs at the McComb Theater in Palm Desert on February 26th. Get tickets at mccombtheater.com. The Desert Classic Concours de Elegance takes place at the La Quinta Resort in La Quinta on February 26th and 27th with gorgeous cars, high-end vendors, and so much more. Call 760-766-1777 for additional information. Betty Davis Speaks, a look back at the icon starring Linda Gray, performs at the Indian Wells Theater in Palm Desert through March 20th. For tickets and showtimes, call 760-341-6909. You'll have a monster good time at the Jurassic Encounter exhibit at the La Quinta Museum through July. For more information, call 760-777-7170. Engage in visual delights with the golden age of glamour at the Gideon Fine Art Gallery in Palm Springs through May 31st. Call the number on your screens for more information. For more information on the events mentioned on today's show and other events taking place up in the high desert, visit thesunrunner.com. For fun and interesting articles, you've got to check out the Sunrunner magazine, the magazine of the real California desert. There's much more coming up next on Coachella Valley This Week.
Missed my entrance, sang some bad notes, dropped a few lines, told some bad jokes, inadequate to some, to others, the best. In above my head, I surrender the rest. This lesson's for me. I'll pass this test. So clearly I see, no need to guess. I dash into the spotlight as though I'm being led. I'm being wooed by the imperfection of imperfect ed. Who says you have to be perfect before you try?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning. And this is Conrad Vargas, your Old Desert Naturalist. We're at Whitewater Canyon today at the Whitewater Conservancy. This is really a unique place. They used to have trout fishing here where they raise trout, but they don't have that anymore, but they do have some huge trout in the ponds. You've got to come up and see it. They do allow camping, and this is the trailhead for going up Whitewater Canyon. It's really a beautiful place. I've been coming up here for years and years and years, and this is the best I've ever seen it.
The massive amount of water you see coming down the Whitewater Wash at I-10 is actually being released by the LA Aqueduct to help feed the underground water supply in the Coachella Valley.
I'm standing right here at the Whitewater, the river here, and it is flowing so beautifully this time of the year. Usually it's just almost dry. Oh, what? You say you want me to back up? Okay. Plop!
The Whitewater Trout Farm's historic building has been turned into a visitor center and ranger station. You are welcome to feed the fish. Food is normally on hand, but you can bring your own. The trout are awfully friendly and happy to eat your food. And you can always leave a donation to help supply fish food for the little kids to feed them.
Hey there, you hikers. I'm at Whitewater Canyon at the start of the canyon walk. If you look for the palm trees behind me when you come up, that's where you start your hike and heading up to Whitewater. It's a nice hike. The trail goes all the way to Canada, which is over 2,000 miles if you really want to take a long hike.
There are a number of things happening here at the preserve. Hikes, photography classes, bird watching, froggy walks, and even mask making. Go to wildlandsconservancy.org for more information. Looking up the sheer walls of the canyon on the east side, you may just see the herd of bighorn sheep. Can you spot the leader? He is a gorgeous ram with curled horns. You can call 760-325-7222 to make reservations for any of their programs or camping. I plan on camping during the next full moon, so I can go on a moonlit night hike with my honey. Just don't tell my wife.
This is Conrad Vargas, the Old Desert Naturalist. I'm signing off after seeing bighorn sheep, big, huge, massive trout, and this beautiful park at the Whitewater Conservancy. So come up and see it. It's only a short drive from Palm Springs to Whitewater Canyon.
This scenic wonderland lies just 4.5 miles up to the end of Whitewater Canyon Road, just off of I-10, west of Palm Springs. You can email me at theolddesertnaturalist@gmail.com.
I love you, honey. No response?
You wouldn't do that on film, now would you?
Hi, Jack Lyons for Coachella Valley this week. We're standing in front of one of the iconic buildings in the high desert. It's the Groves Cabin Theater. Been here about 25 years. And they have an absolutely sensational production, which I'm going to tell you about when we go inside. Here we are inside the Groves Cabin Theater. I'm sitting in the seats, and the stage production for Wit. Wit is a play that was written by Margaret Edson. It's a 1998 Pulitzer Prize-winning play. The story revolves around Dr. Vivian Baring, 48-year-old English professor of literature, and her focus is mainly on 17th century French poetry. The play then opens with Dr. Baring coming in hospital gown garb, and she addresses the audience. And she explains how she got there, what's going to happen, what her future, if anything, holds. And so we now begin the play Wit. Wit is performed by a marvelous, brilliant actress by the name of Donette Swain, who takes the role of Vivian Baring and just makes it her own. She totally immerses herself into the character so much that we forget, the audience, that we're watching a play. The Groves Theater only has 22 seats. It's really intimate theater. The audience is really part of inside the hospital room. We hear and are privileged to read and listen, or eavesdrop, if you will, on what the medical staff and what Dr. Baring is saying to us and to the other people in the play. The highest compliment I can give an actor as a critic, a theater critic or film critic, is to say that I believed you totally. I wasn't looking at a person. I'm looking at a real live character in a play that's come alive. That's what you're going to experience if you see Wit. Now, there are other characters that support her and make sure that the total performance is just exhilarating. It may sound like a downer subject. It is not a downer subject. It's an uplifting story because she is going to tell you, and we're going to see how she comes to grips with the problems that everybody has to come to grips with, and that is no one gets out of this world alive. Production is terrific. It's directed by a very, very visionary kind of a director, and her name is Rebecca Havley. She won a Best Director for the Desert Theater League Award last year for Another Day in Baghdad up in 29 Palms. The producers and the directors decided to go to the medical community up here, and it's very, very accurate what and how the method and manner that the actors were performing their tasks with administering drips on the with dehydration drips, putting needles and so on and so forth. It's very, very accurate. But it's a wonderful production, and I recommend everybody, before you go anywhere else, try and head up here to the Groves Cabin Theater to see Wit, starring Donette Swain and directed by Rebecca Havley. That's it for Wit. I want to make sure you come up and see it. This is Jack Lyons for Coachella Valley This Week, and I'll talk to you and see you another time. Bye-bye.
Coachella Valley This Week's In the Kitchen, and today we're with Gina Chappel, who is going to serve up her sexy Gina quiche, or Gina's sexy quiche, whichever helps you. Sure to make you fall in love. How are you doing today, Gina?
I'm fabulous.
Chica?
Thank you for having me. This
Absolutely.
It's an honor to be cooking for Coachella Valley.
Absolutely.
Great.
So we're sitting here, we're hanging out in my kitchen. We're having some martinis, and we're going to check out her wonderful quiche. So tell us about the ingredients that you're going to have.
The ingredients we're going to have 2 cups of ham.
Okay.
What I do is I cook the ham before, big roasting ham, and then you roast it and you cook it. And I like to do it the night before, so this way, it stays in its natural sauces.
Okay.
We have a whole onion.
Okay.
And we have 2 cups of cheese.
Is that a regular onion? Is that like a yellow onion, or is that?
You can have any onion you want, your preference. It doesn't matter. That yellow onion, I believe, has more flavor.
Okay.
So I use the yellow onion.
Okay.
We're going to have about 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
We're going to have 5 whole large eggs.
Okay.
A whole cup of heavy whipping cream is very important.
Okay.
And then we're going to use 4 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
So what I'm doing, I'm turning the fire on medium. We're going to add our 4 tablespoons of butter. We're going to let it melt. So now that we got our butter heated, so we add in our 1 cup of onions. And we're going to saute these until they're really, really golden brown. And what this does is gets all the sugars out of the onions. So we're going to let those brown. caramelize. Just want to make sure we just don't leave them sitting down alone. You got to make sure you're just, you know, every once in a while stirring them around. We're going to add in our delicious ham. So we're going to just let this cook for about maybe another 5 minutes till the ham gets really saturated with the onions. Smells so good. So what we're doing right now is just what we're marrying the two flavors together. The sugars are coming out of the onions. So now we're pretty much done sauteing the ham with the onions, and what we're going to do is set it on the low, very low. Let this sit, and then what we need to do is start preparing our egg and our heavy cream and our cheese mixture.
Okay, so now Gina has made her own special crust, which is like 1 billion years old from an old family, like way back and who knows where. The best thing for you to do is use your own family crust. If not, you know, honestly, store-bought Pillsbury is awesome. It's just 1 layer crust, so you're just putting the bottom, you're not putting the top. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's move forward.
Okay, so what we need to do is whisk our 5 eggs. Let's whisk our eggs. Now we have our eggs beautifully whisked, kind of foamy, fluffy. Okay. We're going to set those aside.
Now, why are you whisking the cream? Isn't it creamy enough as it is?
No,
No?
no. You have to get it foamy.
Okay.
Really fluffy.
The foam.
So let's have your whipping cream, baby.
Tell me a good head on it here.
Whipped cream.
Oh yeah, the whipped cream. Hello.
You whisk and you whisk and you whisk. So it's fluffy.
As
As you can see, it's getting very creamy.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Dang, you can whip it up.
Okay, so now we got it to the consistency that we need it. Add our eggs.
So I think that's part of the you know the beauty of your quiche, because I think that adds the density is that you're actually making the whipped cream whip. That's interesting.
It makes it very light, very fluffy, very full.
Yeah.
You see the creamy texture?
I know, it's beautiful. Yeah.
So delicious.
It's creamy goodness.
Okay, now that we're done with this,
Okay.
we need to add this to our ham and our onion mixture. Look, light. This is what you want. This is very light and foamy.
It's lovely.
Yes, it's very light and foamy. Maybe bring the heat up a little bit.
Little kitchen helper.
And don't worry about if it's sticky on the bottom. What you want to do is scrape that. That's where all the flavor is. Scrape it. When you cook this, what we're going to do is we're going to cook this until it's about a medium texture, maybe halfway cooked. The ham has got a lot of salt in it, so what you could add maybe a pinch, a little more salt if you want to.
Right.
Just a pinch. And I love pepper, so.
Because you're spicy.
Spicy. Love pepper, so add pepper.
Okay. That's a lot of pepper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So you just cook this until it's a little firm, you know?
It smells amazing.
Oh, so good.
It smells so good.
Yeah, and the cream, what the heavy whipping cream does, it adds a very fluffy texture to it.
Beautiful.
So good.
Turn it a little bit lower.
Okay, so now you see the consistency. See how it's going a little firm?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is add, what I have here is 2 cups of cheese. My favorite kind of cheese to use is a Monterey Jack because it gets that stringy texture, creamy texture, and cheddar cheese. So what we do, there's 2 cups of cheese here. Add 1.5 cups cheese, and I save 1/2 cup for later for on top of the quiche. And we're mixing it and blending it till the cheese pretty much is melted. And then we turn our heat off. And this is the consistency that we want it. It's not cooked all the way. Okay, so now that we're done cooking this halfway, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it into our homemade pie crust. And just add it in.
Oh yeah.
And just pat it down. And don't worry if it's too much, if it overflows, because that's just better. It makes it more full. Oh, it smells so good.
It does.
It is a sexy quiche.
Let's over here.
And then what we're going to do is put the remainder half cup of cheese on top. And you can add any kind of cheese that you want to your likings. Any flavor is fine. It works with any kind of quiche. And then I sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. Just give it a little crust. Voila. 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 So now that you have everything in your pastry tart pan, you smell it, it's so delicious. What we're going to do is we're going to put it in the oven, set at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. And what you're going to do is you're going to watch for a crispy golden crust on top, and that's when you know it's done. Our quiche is finally finished. Yay! So we're going to take it out, and you're going to want it probably to cool for about an hour before you even cut into it.
The little baby. Oh, a little pillow for the quiche. Oh, so cute.
Voila!
All finished. This beautiful quiche is ready to be cut into. She's on that one. Yeah, what's up? Eye contact. Look at that.
I can even feel the density.
Oh, wow, I can see the density just by your the pull from your knife into the succulent.
Decadent.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at that. I love the crust. The crust is so light and flaky.
Flaky.
It's awesome.
That's how a crust should be.
Absolutely.
Very flaky.
Yep. Yeah. Can't get enough Coachella Valley this week? Then visit our Facebook fan page for current and past shows, photos, and so much more. And remember, like us. If you have a public event that you'd like to have mentioned on Coachella Valley this week, contact me at denise@CoachellaValleyThisWeek.com. We hope that you've enjoyed today's show. I'm Denise Neil, and thanks for watching. Catch us next time when I guide you to more of the desert's best on Coachella Valley This Week.
Oh my, no. Save room, girls.
No, I can't anymore. I can't get hurt, right?
Yes.
I can?